The internet does not stay quiet for long. Just when fans thought the smoke had cleared, the unfollows had been made, the cryptic posts had been decoded, and the gossip had died down. Eazy the Block Captain sat down in front of a camera and said everything, every single thing, and what he revealed didn't just confirm the breakup everyone had already suspected. It blew the lid off a relationship that, from the outside, looked like hip-hop royalty, and from the inside, was quietly falling apart. Stay right here, because this story has more layers than anyone expected. Betrayal, receipts, the third party, a leaked voicemail, and a moment of accountability that left the entire internet speechless. Let's get into it. For months, something felt off. Eazy and Remy had been one of those pairings that just made sense. Battle rap sneaking standing alongside one of hip-hop's most resilient legends. Their chemistry was electric, their energy undeniable. Fans were rooting for them. But then the cracks started showing. Eazy began showing up to events solo. Remy's energy at appearances felt distant, tense, distracted, checked out. Old posts started disappearing. Shared captions were deleted. Inside jokes went silent. Social media detectives noticed. Fans speculated, but no one said a word until Eazy did. On a random Thursday night, he dropped a tell-all interview. No warning, no teaser, just straight truth. And when that clip hit the timeline, all hell broke loose. I gave her everything, Eazy said, his voice low, his tone not angry, but wounded. My loyalty, my protection, my energy, my platform. I was the one holding her down when the world was questioning every move she made. But sometimes when you love too hard, you lose yourself. Fans sat with that for a second. Then he went further. When someone you ride for starts entertaining the same energy you've been protecting them from, that's when you know it's over. He never said her name outright in that moment. He didn't have to. The context was crystal clear, and the internet filled in every blank. Within minutes, hashtags were trending. Hashtag EazyY speaks out. Hashtag loyalty lost. Hashtag she switched up. But the story was just getting started, because 12 hours later, Remy clapped back. No press release, no lengthy statement. Just a single Instagram live with one line. Sometimes the loudest lies come from the most insecure mouths. She didn't tag anyone. She didn't name anyone. She didn't have to. The shade was surgical, and it only poured more fuel on an already raging fire. Remy's supporters called it class. Eazy's supporters called it deflection. The internet called it a war, and a war is exactly what it became. To understand how we got here, you have to understand who these two people are. Remy Ma isn't just a rapper, she's a survivor. A woman who rebuilt her entire career and reputation from the ground up through legal battles, public scrutiny, and an industry that wasn't always waiting for her return. Her comeback was hard-fought and real. Eazy the Block Captain wasn't some industry plant or hype machine. He earned his respect on the battle rap circuit, went toe-to-toe with legends, commanded massive audiences, and built a brand on authenticity. Together, they represented something powerful to people who had both been underestimated, both risen, both demanding to be taken seriously. So what changed? According to insiders close to the couple, the fractures began when Remy started reconnecting with people from her past, old circles, old attachments, people who, sources say, were never exactly enthusiastic about her relationship with Eazy. Eazy reportedly began to feel like an outsider, someone being pushed to the margins of the very spaces he'd helped her walk into. The question fans started asking, was there someone else? Old footage was pulled up, analyzed, dissected. A clip from 3 months prior where Remy appeared to brush off Eazy's hand as they walked off stage went suddenly explosively viral. At the time, it was nothing. Now fans were calling it the moment everything changed. Then came the screenshots, a leaked text exchange allegedly between Eazy and a close friend. Showed him venting. She knew I had her back, but she switched up on me the moment it benefited her, and verified unconfirmed, didn't matter. The internet ran with it anyway. Theories multiplied. Was this a PR stunt gone sideways? Did Remy reconnect with an old flame? Did Eazy expose something darker than a simple breakup? Remy fired back on Twitter the next morning. It's always the ones you uplift the most that try to tear you down. When you stop babying their ego, I ain't nobody's puppet. That tweet, 300,000 likes, 40,000 retweets in hours. Eazy responded through his Instagram stories. You can't keep playing the victim when you've been the villain in private. Love didn't. Fail character did. Then came an unexpected voice. A former stylist, someone who had worked closely with Remy, posted a now-deleted TikTok that racked up over 2 million views before it was taken down. I saw the fights, she said. Not physical, but emotional warfare. Screaming matches, broken things, tears, then makeup redone minutes before going live. It was toxic. She went on to claim that Eazy often felt like an outsider around Remy's inner circle, that he wasn't respected in the rooms he helped her enter. It was like he gave her a second wind, and when she got it, she didn't look back. She later said she received threats and deleted everything, but by then, 2 million people had already watched it. The damage was done. 2 days after Eazy's tell-all, Remy sat down for an exclusive podcast interview, dressed in all black, composed, but firm. I've stayed silent out of respect, she began. But I'm tired of being painted as the villain in someone else's sob story. She acknowledged the early connection, the mutual passion, the inspiration, the push they gave each other. But then she shifted the narrative entirely. He started getting jealous, she said. The more I grew, the more he shrank emotionally. The love turned into control. I couldn't post what I wanted, say what I wanted, wear what I wanted, without getting questioned. Boom, suddenly, the entire framing of the situation flipped. Was Eazy not the victim, but the controlling one? Twitter split immediately. Hashtag Team Remy versus hashtag Eazy exposed began trending in parallel. But then, a leaked voicemail surfaced. A popular YouTube channel posted what it claimed was a recording of Remy venting to a close friend. In it, a voice undeniably similar to hers broke down. I didn't even mean for it to get this far. I was just trying to keep my career alive. I didn't want to hurt him. But he started catching real feelings, and I couldn't fake it anymore. Remy's publicist moved fast. This recording is fabricated, period. But the internet had already decided what it believed. Eazy saw his moment, and he took it. In a raw Instagram live, he looked directly into the camera and said, I stayed quiet when I had every reason to speak. I stayed respectful when I was being disrespected daily. But now I'm supposed to sit here and watch my name get dragged. Nah, we're not doing that. He went further, claiming Remy had actively worked against him behind the scenes, that she told a label executive he wasn't ready, that she'd whispered in ears and quietly sabotaged a deal he'd been building for months. All while I was standing 10 toes behind her, defending her, hyping her up. A major label Eazy had been in talks with had quietly walked away weeks before the split went public. Industry insiders connected the dots. Then an anonymous former assistant came forward in a voice-altered TikTok. I saw her delete texts. Before he got home, I saw her lie about where she was. She used him when it was convenient. But behind the scenes, she was already making her own moves, and he had no clue. The court of public opinion had reached its verdict, and then a name nobody had ever heard dropped into the middle of all of this. Tone Blaze. A low-key rapper and promoter from New Jersey. Small following, no major profile. He went live on TikTok and immediately became the most talked about person in hip-hop. I'm not here to trash anyone. I'm not chasing clout. But if Eazy thinks he was the only one going through it, he wasn't. I was with Remy during that time. She was confused. She was emotional. And yeah, she leaned on me. That's just facts. He claimed the two had met repeatedly under the guise of studio sessions and business meetings. That things had gotten personal, that lines were crossed, and then he posted photos, nothing explicit, but unmistakably telling, Remy's signature custom nails holding a glass at a bar, same night. Same location Tone had posted on his own story. Two blurry silhouettes in a parking garage, one unmistakably her frame, her hair. Was it courtroom evidence? No. Was it enough for the internet? Absolutely. Eazy said nothing publicly. He posted a single Instagram story, a black background, with a white broken heart emoji. It was reshared 80,000 times. While all of this played out online, a separate story was emerging from inside the industry. A media outlet reported that Eazy was considering legal action, not against Remy, but against a network that had allegedly buried footage of a massive backstage confrontation during a live rap battle. Taping months earlier, according to a production source, it got real, screaming, accusations. She walked off set. He tried to follow. Security stepped in. Producers cut the footage and acted like it never happened. Fans immediately began demanding the tape. Hashtag release the tape trended for 48 hours. The network said nothing. Part 11. Remy's statement and the diss track with her comments disabled and her social media going dark. Fans started asking, was Remy cracking under the pressure? Then she posted a long statement. No shade, no deflection, just this. I've made mistakes. I've trusted people I shouldn't have. I've been hurt, and I've hurt others. But I will not let people who barely know me write the story of my life. Relationships are complicated. People grow apart. It doesn't always mean betrayal. It means there was pain. To Eazy, I wish you healing. To the fans, thank you for riding with me, even when it's ugly. Fans debated whether it was genuine or strategic, but before the dust could settle, Eazy dropped a diss track, blocked out, and he left nothing on the table. Gave you my voice. You used it for echo. I was your shield. Now I'm your shadow. Told me love was deep, but you swam in shallow. I was the hero. Now I'm the hassle. Final bar. You weren't Remy to me. You were just mine. Now the world's got you, but I'm fine. The track hit number 3 on trending within hours. Just when it seemed like there were no more cards left to play, someone sat down for an interview and flipped the entire table. Kesha L., Remy Ma's former best friend of over a decade. I was there before the stardom came back. I was there when she met Eazy. I was in the cars, in the hotel rooms, backstage. I saw everything. And what she said next rewrote the whole story. The relationship was real for Eazy, but for Remy, it started as a rebound. She was never over her old flame. Never. The interviewer asked her. Kesha paused, then said it. Papoose. Despite the public distance between them, despite the quiet rumors of separation, Kesha claimed Remy never fully let go of that connection. That she leaned on Eazy to get over Papoose, and when she realized it wasn't love but guilt holding her there, she started checking out emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Eazy fell too deep, and once she realized what it really was, she started to disappear. The interview hit 2 million views. Remy's team called the claims fabricated. But a cloud drive link surfaced shortly after -40 screenshots, voice memos, private chats, and in one audio clip, a tearful Remy could be heard saying, I didn't mean to hurt him. I really thought I loved him. Maybe I did, but I was broken. I was trying to rebuild myself, and I used his love like glue. That ain't fair to him. He was real. He just came at the wrong time. For the first time, she sounded human, not defensive, not calculated, just honest. With everything out in the open, the leaks, the confessions, the third party, the insider testimony, Eazy went live one final time. No yelling, no disbars, no performance, just this. This was never about going viral. I love that woman. Real love, the kind that makes you change, that makes you fight for something. But love without truth, that's not love, that's performance. I'm not perfect. I made mistakes too. I should have walked away sooner, but I wanted to believe in. U.S. to Remy, I forgive you. I don't hate you. I just can't unfeel what I felt, can't unsee what I saw. To the fans, thank you for writing, but I'm done. 1.6 million views in 12 hours. The comments, full of broken hearts and standing ovations. A week later, Remy came back, not with a press release, not with a diss, not with a live. Just a 2-minute video, empty park, no makeup, no filter, hair tied back. There are moments in life where you have to face the music, where no excuse can save you from what you caused. I was wrong, not for leaving, but for how I handled it. I hurt someone who didn't deserve that. Too easy. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve to carry the weight of my broken pieces. Cold cut to black. No music. No outro. Eazy's response, he liked the post, said nothing publicly. Then dropped a flyer for an upcoming panel, Broken Bars, the truth behind love, loyalty, and letdowns in hip-hop, listed as the headline speaker. His opening line at the event, if your love story becomes your lesson, don't run from it. Learn, build, grow, and protect your peace, because no one else will. 3 months later, the noise has faded, but the impact hasn't. Eazy came out of this with a stronger brand, a new project, and the respect of fans who watched him handle one of the most public heartbreaks in battle rap history with raw, unfiltered honesty. Remy is rebuilding quietly, deliberately, on her own terms, a memoir in progress with an audience that's smaller now, but loyal, and somewhere in all the chaos. Two people who genuinely cared about each other got tangled up in ego, pain, timing, and the unforgiving spotlight of public life. This wasn't just a celebrity breakup. It was a mirror reflecting what happens when love, ambition, unhealed wounds, and social media collide in real time. So now we want to know, where do you stand? Were you team Eazy from the jump, or do you think Remy was misunderstood, a woman caught between her past and her future, doing her best with what she had? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If this breakdown had you on the edge of your seat, smash that like button and subscribe, because we've got more stories, more receipts, and more truth coming your way every week. This is Red Real, and the truth is never what it seems.